So let's get it started. Circling through the hips. Okay, already we're starting to massage the small intestines. So this is fire, the small intestines, and the heart mainly. It's also our blood or the blood vessels, muscles around the heart, the pericardium, and the three systems of the triple heater, the circulatory, digestive, urinary, and reproductive. Change direction. So really feel that you're working into the belly. When you take going back, make sure you're not sticking your bum right out. Just push forward and then open into the back. And then change direction. And since we're in all three systems, we are going to work on the spine to activate those three systems. So just stand with the feet parallel, about a fist width apart. And just as you exhale, bring the chin to the chest. And then breathe into the neck. And then breathing out, come down between the shoulder blades at the heart. Breathe in between the shoulder blades. And then as you breathe out, come down to the lower ribs. And then as you breathe out, come down above the navel. And then as you breathe out, come down behind the navel, just letting the spine open, waking all the systems. On the next out breath, coming down below the navel. Then on the next out breath, coming down through the sacrum. And the next out breath, coming down through the tailbone. And just hold on to the opposite elbows. And we're just going to do a little bit of twisting here, just a slight turn. So you're already starting to wake up the heart muscles. So inhale as you turn, and then exhale as you come back down. Let the belly come back toward the spine. And then come down to the center again. Now, as you inhale, you're going to lift from the perineum, the base of the core muscles, to the top line of the pelvis, the top of the hips. And then on the next inhale, you're going to roll up to below the navel, the mesentery that's holding up the lowest organs. The next inhale, coming behind the navel, the mesentery holding the organs there. On the next inhale, coming up to the solar plexus, that first mesentery holding those upper digestive organs. On the next inhale, you're going to come through the intercostal muscles in the ribs. And then on the next exhale, you're going to come through the muscles around the heart, coming up between the shoulder blades. And then coming up through into the throat on the next inhale, all the muscles around the throat. And then rolling up, looking straight ahead. Reach out the crown of your head. Make sure the back of your neck's long. Don't tilt the head back. And just take a deep breath in and let all of your tensions release. We have a lot of triggers in our life that set off our emotions. So we've just got to understand all the time that they're our triggers and we've got to work with them ourselves. So when we do this, we're pulling hormone and energy up through the spine and through the glands. So if you just keep working through there, it really brings a sense of calm to you because you're pulling all the energy from all of your systems up into your brain. So now standing with the legs wide apart, and then the brain can redirect everything. Toes pointing to the front, and we're going to bend into the knees, pushing the knees out over the toes. We're working with the heart muscles now and the lungs. And as you inhale, bring the right arm out to the side. Watch the arm. And then as you exhale, swing that right arm across the body, eyes half closed. The exhale should finish when you get to the other side. Inhale, bring the left arm up, pointer finger up, right arm's pulling the bow back. Stretch the elbow back as far as you can. Keep the shoulders down.
Hold the breath in. One pointed focus on that fingernail of the pointer finger. Then exhale, drop the right hand, swinging the left arm across the body. Just realizing how important that hand is to you. And then the right hand comes up, pointer finger. Inhale, the left hand's pulling the bow back. Keep the shoulders down, the chest open, bend into the knees. Knees are over the toes. All your one-pointed focus of your intention into your pointer finger. And then exhale, drop the left hand, right hand's coming across. See your hand as a bird in flight. That hand that serves you all day long. Inhale, right arm draws the bow back as the left arm comes up. Focus on the fingernail of that pointer finger. Make sure you're not sticking your ribs forward. Drop back through the lower ribs. Have a nice flat back. Exhale, drop the left arm, the right arm swings across the body. Left arm, sorry. Inhale, that left arm pulls the bow back. Right pointer fingers up, staring at the fingertip. Pull the elbow right back, open the chest. The meridians for the heart and the small intestines. Exhale, swing across, are up the arms. Same for the pericardium and the triple warmer. Inhale, right arm's pulling the bow back, left arm's coming up. Maybe just for now, focus on the inner peace. And this will be our last one. Let the hands swing across. And then exhale, bring the hands to the thighs. The thighs are feeling really good for you, making lots of blood. Turn the toes out, turn the heels out. Give yourself a little bit of release if you need it, but if you can hold that squat, keep going. Getting that blood to come up into the body. And then bring the hands to the hips. As you inhale, turn to the right. Try to get the left breast over the right thigh. And then draw the chest up to the sky. So we're opening through the small intestines now. And then exhale, swing down, lean forward a little bit, come over to the other side. Inhale, getting the right breast toward the left leg, and then arch back. Make sure you're not sticking your bottom out, so you're not putting pressure in the disc. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, swing to the other side. Really working into the intestines and the reproductive system. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale to the other side. Keep going, a couple more. Keep your attention on your intention. And then come back to the front. Bring the legs in. Toes, heels, toes, heels. And just shake the legs and the arms out a little bit. Give the hips a little bit of a shake. Shake into the legs. So we're cleaning off all the capillaries now. Just shake the legs. You can use a bit of sound. And begin to shake into the shoulders and the torso. And then shake into the head and the neck. So this helps to really clean the finest capillaries. And just give your body a shake. It also helps to warm you up. Shake it around, shake it around, shake into the brain. Really little shakes in the head. And then shaking out into the neck and the shoulders again, all through the torso, down through the legs, down into the ankles, and then come into stillness. Now we're just going to brush the body down, starting from the head and work all the way down to the feet, just to pull out all the energy pulled to the surface. So just give yourself a good shake off. Give that back to the Earth Mother as a lovely gift. She can understand you and allow you to blossom like a flower. Imagine you're giving the earth some fertilizer for you, your flower, yourself. Good. So we're going to move into a quick little salute to the sun to open up into the chest. So just coming to the front of the mats. Bring the hands onto the hara, 3 fingers below the navel, 3 fingers in. And let's just start to get our breath a little bit deeper. So we're working deeper into the lungs. When we get that deeper, longer breath, the heart can then slow down a little. Just closing the eyes. Having a sense of inner peace. Feeling satisfied. And appreciative. And just having that strong sense of compassion. And that all begins with for yourself, the compassion towards yourself, the love towards yourself, the acceptance of yourself. Lengthen into the back of the neck, reach out the crown of the head. Sink into the feet and just really feel the pressure through bubbling springs behind the second toe, behind the ball of the foot just here. Just so you're getting into your center. And then push up through bubbling springs. Make sure the toes are pointing to the front. Draw the tail between the legs a little and feel the tailbone lengthening. Let the sacrum spread open as you pull your energy up toward the sacrum, the big bone between the hips. And then coming up through the lower vertebra, moving up through the vertebra between the lower ribs, moving up through the vertebra between the shoulder blades, and really let the shoulders relax down and back here. And then lengthening through the back of the neck, reaching up through the vertebra of the neck, coming up the back of the head, over the top of the head to the forehead, and then just dropping to the center of the head and say, ah. Breathing out, push behind. Breathing in, bend the knees, let hands float up. Exhale, straighten the legs, push the hips forward, push the hands back. Inhale, bend the knees, wrists float up. Exhale, push the knees forward as you're coming up, push the hips forward, lift the chest, and release. So start to create a little ripple as you come up, knees forward, hips forward, chest lifts, and reach into the center of the head. So the head will do a little drop back and then come forward again. Just make sure it comes forward. Hips, chest, it's coming through the throat. Head drops back a little, but then comes forward. So you let that energy drop into the center of the head. Inhale, wrist float up. Exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale, bringing both arms up to the sky. Wait for the arms to get to the ears. Then lunge, tilt further back. And say, oh, let the chest open, shoulders drop, reach that heart to the universe. Inhale, straighten the front leg, come to center. Exhale, come forward, bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, bend into the front leg, back toes touch the floor. You may stay here, but if you can, lift that back foot off the floor, come into aeroplane, spread the wings, take the arms out at shoulder length. Inhale, bring the foot back down and swing the arms up to the ears. Lift the chest to the sky, lunge, aim the pelvic floor to the front ankle, breathe out, drop the shoulders, open the chest, let your heart open, warm yourself. Inhale, coming forward and down. Exhale all the way down. Cleaning the body through the right side. Inhale, bend the front leg. And then exhale, take it another step back, bring the knee to the floor. Inhale, bring the arms up to the ears. Keep aiming the pelvic floor to the front ankle. Drop the shoulders, open the chest. Oh, really focus on that heart opening. Inhale, pull back, coming onto the back knee. Exhale, straighten the front leg, push behind. And we go through that again, opening into the intestines and the heart as we do these arches. Inhale, arms to the ears. Then arch back. Exhale, drop the shoulders, open the heart. Oh, inhale, coming up. Exhale, push back. For one more time. Inhale, coming through, lunge forward. Lift right from the pubic bone to the ribs and then into the chest. Oh, drop the arms down behind you. Bring the hands either side of the front foot. Inhale, tuck the back toe under and straighten both legs. Make sure the front leg straight. The back leg straight, and then straighten the front leg as much as you can. So some of you may be a little like this. Make sure all the toes are pointing to the front. Some of you may be like this. Some of you may have a block. But it's okay to bend your leg and get your hands down. And then bring both hands on the big toe side of the front foot. We're going to take that leg out to the side as we inhale, cross it past the back leg, spin the chest up to the sky. Left hand comes off the floor, pelvis aiming to the universe, heart aiming to the universe. Oh. On the inhale, bring the hip to the floor and the left hand, keep the legs crossed. And then exhale, lift the chest. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the leg around. Exhale, coming back to pose of the child. Inhale, come forward to strengthen cobra. Keep the arms straight, hands where they are. Bend the elbows as you inhale, pull the body forward, chest down, bottom up. Pull the shoulders down and back, keep the hips on the floor. Eyes wide open, exhale, tongue out, push out those toxins. Hold here in cobra just for a minute, cleansing the heart. The right side body when we stretch is cleansing. So just leave that here in the heart, help to cleanse the heart. And of course the small intestines. Small intestines are in that soft part of the belly. Inhale, coming up to cat. Exhale, sit back to pose of the child. Inhale, roll up to sitting vertebra on vertebra. Lift the bottom off the heels. Gather the energy to the throat, coming in for a compression. Hold the breath in, sit halfway down. Take the energy down below the navel. And then sit all the way down. Imagine you're releasing that energy now into the intestines. When we get overexcited in any way, it overheats the small intestines. And then it affects the oils that come out of the intestines into the joints and the absorption of your nutrients. So just allow the intestines to soften and relax. Take the hands behind you, fingertips pointing straight ahead. Lean into the hands, tuck the tail under, pushing the pubic bone up to the sky. And allow the intestines to open, roll the shoulders back and open into the chest. And then come back down. And just focus on all of your tensions dissolving. Coming into cat stance now, we're going to do a few ripples through the spine as we move out of the spirit energy into our soul energy. So just bring the knees under the hips, the hands under the shoulders. Good. Curl the tail between the legs. And pull back. So lift right from the pelvic floor. We're nourishing the body now. So feeling deep inner peace as we ignite the hormones. Just keep curling that tail under there. Allow the tailbone to open, waking up the base chakra and the second chakra. And here, while we're in the base, just fill it up with peace, acceptance and love. And then curl the tail under a little bit more, spreading out through the lower back. And have that appreciation for your sensuality, letting go of the guilt and enjoying pleasure. And then rolling up to the solar plexus, spreading out just through the lower ribs there. Bring peace into your self-esteem, into your confidence. And then pushing up between the shoulder blades, bringing that peace into the heart. Drop the head down. And let the weight come forward into the hands. As you bring the head up and press through the throat to the back of the neck. So really lengthening the back of the neck, roll the shoulders back. And bringing peace into your power, your internal power. The way of the peaceful warrior. And then push from the center of the forehead into the center of the head, bringing peace to the mind. Conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. And then relax, release, look up, let the belly fall to the floor, and let that peace move out into the universe. And say, ah. So again, just moving a little bit faster this time. Curl the tail between the legs as you pull back towards the feet. Curl under more, spreading the sacrum open, the big bone between the hips. Curling a little more, pressing out through the lower back, up into the solar plexus, through the lower ribs, into the chest. Weights in the hands, pull it through the throat. Keep feeling that sense of inner peace. Into the center of the head. And release out the crown of the head. At the same time, we're nourishing our body and we're moving our soul. And again, so relax the external body. Just imagine all the work is coming in and around the spine. Everything else is relaxed. And just rippling up, pushing up through every vertebra. And bringing peace into every vertebra. And then we'll look at it through the chakra cycle. So pulling back, curl the tail between the legs, bringing peace into Muladhara, your grounding energy. Bringing peace into Swadhisthana below the navel, your sensual energy. Bringing peace into the third chakra in the solar plexus, Manipura, that chakra of the sense of self. Coming into Anahata between the shoulder blades, that peace into your soul. Through the throat, the peace into your power, Vishuddhi. Push from the center of the forehead into the center of the head. Peace into Ajna chakra, that third eye, the balance of left and right brain. So really hold here and let that peace come in through the left and the right brain, and see them coming into matrimony peacefully. Decision making becomes easier, rationalizing becomes easier. And then release out the crown of the head, peace out to the universe. And say, tuck the toes under, press up to down dog. Push up through the hands, spin the armpits towards the cheeks, into the shoulder blades, up into the hips.
Sink from your hips into the heels, drop the head, belly coming back toward the spine. Walk on the spot if you need to and get some lubrication into the ligaments in the legs, the hamstrings. And then sink the heels. Keep that slow movement, getting the heart rate to slow down, the breath to slow down, and the blood to not be too thick. When we're stressed and tense, we create a lot more acid, and that tends to thicken our blood, and then the heart rate speeds up and the blood pressure slows down. So walking the hands up to the feet now, very slowly. You're going to come up for a compression, so bend the knees a little, inhale, gathering that energy up to the throat. Hold the breath in. Take the energy down to the hara, lift from the perineum, let the two energies meet, hold at the thymus gland above and in front of the heart, not at the heart. Just be gentle, straighten the legs, relax, release, let the energy move up from the hara to the heart to the brain. And just use the sound. Smile into your heart, bring the hands to the heart. Good. And then coming to the front again, breathing out, push behind. We're going to work the left side now. So just keep focusing on that intention as we swing the arms. The inhale, wrist float up. Whatever that intention is you're working on from yesterday, keep working through that. Exhale, push back. While the hormone's still there, so we're shaping the hormone, creating the pheromone. And then as we move into our left, we're going to consolidate that. We're going to fix it within us. But just keep picturing your intention. Inhale, wrist float up. Exhale, step the left leg back. Toes pointing to the front of both feet. Curl the tail slightly, aiming the pelvic floor to the front. Ankle, inhale, arms come up to the ears. Once the arms are at the ears, take the chest to the sky, then exhale, drop the shoulders, open the chest to the universe. Keep aiming the pelvic floor to the front ankle. Exhale, bring the hands down. Take the hands through one more time. Inhale. Take it all the way up. Arms to the ears. Lift the chest. Coming forward. Hands in prayer. Inhale. Bring the back toes to touch the floor. That may be as far as you go. And then spread the arms wide. You may be able to lift your leg off the floor and come into complete aeroplane. Inhale, bend the front leg, bring the back foot down, swing the arms through again. Exhale here, keep opening into the chest. A lot into the small intestines as well. Inhale, coming forward. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Then exhale, bring the hands to the ground, whether your back leg is straight or not. One rippling breath, breathing in from the base of the spine up into the brain. Exhale, relax over the root. Inhale, bend the front leg, take another step back with the back leg to a deeper lunge. Exhale, bring the back knee to the floor. Inhale, bringing the arms up to the ears, opening the chest to the sky. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, straighten the front leg and push the hands back. Inhale, raising the arms up to the ears, come forward into that lunge. Front of the thigh feeds the small intestines.
And then exhale, push back, straighten the front leg. The last one, inhale, come forward. And as you exhale, you're going to drop arms down behind you. Bring the hands either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes under. Inhale, straighten the back leg. And then straighten the front leg as much as you can. Bring both hands on the big toe side of your front foot. Inhale, take that front leg out to the side and then all the way back, crossing it past the back leg. Inhale, roll the chest up to the sky. Right arm comes off the ground. Open out to the universe. Let the small intestine stretch. So push the pubic bone up. Let the chest open. Inhale, hip comes back down. Arms, right arm to the ground, legs still crossed. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, bring that back leg around. Exhale, come back to pose the child. Inhale, pull forward to striking cobra. Keep the hands straight out in front. Bend the elbows, chest down, bottom up. Elbows close to the body. Push the shoulders down away from the ears. Tongue out, release the toxin. Keep the hips on the floor. Strengthening and nourishing the heart even more now with the energy from the left side of the body, the salts. All the amino acids to make proteins. Push the pubic bone into the ground, squeeze the elbows in, push the shoulders down away from the ears even more, and push the chest forward. Lengthen into the back of the neck and say, and then take yourself flat to the floor, forehead to the floor. Keep the elbows in, the shoulders down the back. Inhale, pushing up into cat. Exhale, sit back to pose the child. Inhale, we're going to roll up for another compression. So inhale, roll up through the spine, let the arms come in, bring the bottom off the heels, gather the energy up to the throat. Hold the breath in, take the energy down below the navel, holding at the thymus gland above the heart. Now hold into the pituitary gland, the center of the head. Sit down, relax, release, breathe. Feel that deep sense of peace. And bring peace into that intention that you have. So you don't obsess and get anxious over this intention. Just bring peace into it so it can vibrate at the perfect level. And ground that intention into the earth now. Let it come down from the mind into the heart, into the small intestines, so you absorb the right nutrients to make it happen. And then ground it down through the base of the body into the earth. Fixing it. Okay, and now just come down to sitting. So just taking the legs out straight. So when we're forward bending and twisting, this is working the elements. So if you imagine all of your organs are in a sack of fluid, which is the blood and the hormone and the intercellular fluid. Every time you see the organs like sponge, every time you forward bend, you twist, you side bend, you're squeezing into organs and pushing out the toxin, plus all the nutrients and chemistry that those organs have in them, and pushing that into the blood and the lymph and everywhere. And then as you come out of the stretch, then the organs fill up again with fresh blood and hormone. So we're always squeezing and stretching. And as I was saying last night, if we're leaning into one organ all the time, it doesn't get the squeeze and the stretch. It only gets the squeeze and then it doesn't get the energy it needs, and then it becomes blocked. So that's why it's really important to have that straight posture. And, you know, if we're all doing this all the time, shoulders forward and head forward, there's a lot of pressure through our lungs and our heart. And also then it comes down into the small intestine. So we get a lot of tension through the heart, the lungs, the small intestines. So we're just going to do a forward bend for now, just to massage deep into the small intestines. So inhale, bring the feet together, heels are slightly apart, toes are touching. And then inhale, bringing the arms up next to the ears, shoulders down. Now exhale, bend only from the hips. So don't bend in the spine. Just go as far as you can, bending in the hips. This may be far enough for some, but just keep the arms next to the ears. Draw the belly back and see how far you can go. Some people aren't flexible at all, so you can just bring your hands, when you've gone as far as you can, bring your hands onto your legs. Some people may just be only be able to sit upright because they sit like this. So if you're one of those people, push up through the hands, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, and just push forward a little bit. Because you can feel straight away when you do that, that their strength comes around the small intestines. So just where your spine is today, rest your hands on your legs, hands on the legs, rest the hands down on the legs. Drop the head and just inhale into the belly and the lower back, letting it expand. And then as you exhale, squeeze the belly back toward the spine, gently. So just work around that small intestine area and that whole soft part of the belly. And forward bends bring us more into a sense of the self. It calms us down and slows us down. It allows us to look inward, to become more introvert. One more breath here. And again, bring your awareness to your intention, what it is you want for your life, for the planet. And feel the small intestines beginning to calm down. And just use the sound H-A. And here you can either roll up through the spine or reach the arms forward next to the ears and press the backs of the knees into the floor gently as you come up to sitting. And then exhale, bring the hands down. And then wrap the arms around your chest. Okay, so we've got the meridians for the heart into the armpit, the small intestines all the way up the back into the neck, and the pericardium coming up here, and the triple heater. So it's all coming through the arms. All these meridians are only in the arms, so arm stretching is really important right now. So give yourself that hug, and then just squeeze and take the head down. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest and turn to the left a little bit. It's also helping the muscle around the heart. Exhale, come to the front and come forward and down. Inhale, lift the chest, turn to the opposite side. Exhale, come down to the front. Open the arms as you inhale. Change the crossover, so bring the opposite arm on top now. And give yourself a hug. Walk your hands right around the shoulder blades. And as we do this, we're opening into the back of the heart. So this is helping to release the tension from the back of the heart, all the past hurts. Exhale, bring the head down and the past frustrations and angers. Inhale, lift the chest up, turn to the left. Exhale, come forward and down. Inhale, lifting the chest, take it back to the opposite side. Exhale, bring it forward and down. Inhale, lift up, open the arms, open out to the universe. Let the heart open, smile, and say, oh. And then just bringing the soles of the feet together. We'll just do a little bit of rocking. So interlace your fingers over the tips of the toes. And we're just going to rock side to side on the sit bones, releasing the hips a little. And if we want to make a little bit more fun, you can swing to the left, roll over on your back, and come up through the right side. Just to see if you have your core going. And then drift over to your right. Keep the legs connected. And then roll through the spine. Try a couple more times if you like. Coming around and up. And back around. And up. Nice and easy, isn't it? Good. Okay, just bring one foot in front, one foot behind. We're just going to stretch into the arms a little now. So inhale, bringing the right arm over the head, and the left arm takes a hold of the elbow. Lift the elbow up a little and pull the arm across. Look up to the right elbow. And just breathe here as we're opening deeper into the lungs. Opening into the heart, stretching and stimulating the muscles around the heart. This helps you to deepen your breath, so when you get that long, deep breath, the blood pressure reduces. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release the arm down. Inhale, bring the right arm out in front of you. Bring the left arm underneath above the elbow and pull the arm across. Drop the shoulders and then look over the right shoulder. If your chin is touching your shoulder, don't lift the head, drop the shoulder. Make sure the back of your neck's nice and long. Feel the shoulder blades spreading open, working into the middle of the lungs here. And imagine your shoulder blades like a wing, and you're setting yourself free as you release that wing. Back of the heart's opening, so again, letting all the past hurts and tensions release from you. Breathe into the stretch. Where you're feeling it, breathe there. Inhale, look to the front, and then just let the elbow bend as you slide the arm out from you. And then folding that arm up the back. So the end result is to be able to take the elbow and have the hand up the back. Some of you won't be able to get there, so just take the forearm and pull the arm across. That might help some of you get a hold of your elbow and then fold the arm up. But it doesn't matter if you're just like this. You're starting to get that stretch and opening. Good. And then take the left, lengthen out through the back of the neck and up to the crown of the head, and drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. So you're opening from the lymph filters, 4 fingers under the ears, to down and out the armpit.
Just having that sense of letting go is really helping to open the top of the lungs and stretching that small intestine meridian that comes up the back, through the back of the neck and into the head. Just have a sense of letting go. Let go of all that no longer serves. Anything that blocks you from having or becoming or being. Inhale, lift the head to center. Exhale, release the arm. Now just bring that right palm out in front, palm up. I'm just going to stretch through the fingers. So bring the left hand over all of the fingers and just pull all the fingers back, stretching right through the fingers where the meridians begin. Now make sure the shoulders aren't up like this. Drop the shoulders down. Lengthen into the back of the neck. You can move your neck a little to release it. Take a full breath in. Then turn the fingers up to the sky, palm out to the front, fingers over the fingers and pull them back, shoulders down, chest open. And say, oh, and release. Just circle the wrist, one direction and the other direction. Bring the left arm over the head. Take a hold of the elbow. Pull the arm up first and then bring it across. Look up towards the left elbow. Drop the shoulders down. Moving deep into the lowest part of the lung. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release the arm down. Inhale, left arm floats up in front of you, taking above the elbow from underneath. Pull the arm across. Keep the shoulders down. Turn the head to the left, looking over the shoulder. If your chin's touching your shoulder, don't lift your head, drop your shoulder, keep the back of the neck long. Feel the shoulder blade opening. Imagine that shoulder blade is your wing. Setting yourself free. Releasing all those past tensions and hurts in the back of the heart. Breathe into the stretch. Inhale, look to the front, and then exhale, release the arm down. And then folding the arm up the back, so taking the forearm or the elbow, whatever you can reach. Keep the shoulders down, the chest open. Reach out the crown of the head, take the right ear to the right shoulder. Opening from the lymph filters, where it's deciding everything in the lymphatic system, what to keep and what to get rid of, whether it's emotional, physical or mental. And open toward the armpit, so whatever needs to release can release. So just make sure the head's not tilted too far back so the stretch is pulling forward. Make sure your head's not too far forward so the stretch is pulling back. Just bring it to the center so you can feel the stretch come toward the armpit. That sense of letting go. Inhale, bring the head up. Exhale, release the arm down. Take that left hand in front of you, palm up. Take all of the fingers, pulling all of the fingers back.
Big sigh of release. Remembering always that the arms lead to the heart. When your heart's really open, that's when your hands become more healing. And then release, turn the fingers up, palms to the front, and pull back again. Hold that stretch. Big sigh of release. And then release, circling the wrist. One direction, letting one finger after the other. Thumb, pointer finger, middle, ring, little. Palm to the sky, drawing in little finger, next, thumb. So as you work the fingers, you're working through the meridians. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, draw the arms over the head. Drop the shoulders. Drop back through the lower ribs. So make sure you're not doing this. Just stretch up and say, oh. Drop the shoulders down even more. Inhale. Exhale, just drift to the right a little bit. Just a little opening through the upper chest. Inhale, center. And then exhale through to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Draw the shoulders back first. And then inhale, bring the arms off the back. Exhale, take the chin down to the chest. And then inhale, take the left ear toward the left shoulder. Exhale, take the chin to the chest. Inhale, bring the right ear up toward the right shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the head, bring the arms back to the front. Front to the back or back to the front. Okay, take the legs out in front of you, bending the knees. Just going to open the small intestine a little bit now. So we're going to roll back through the spine. Just roll back sitting. Vertebra on vertebra, really try hard to control your roll back. So we're not going to push the belly forward. Try and keep the belly back toward the spine. Bring the arms out. And then just coming down through the sacrum, through the lower back. Keep pressing that belly back. Come just under the shoulder blades. And then try to pull yourself up again. Take a hold of the back of the legs if you need to bring yourself up to sitting. And again, rolling back just to under the shoulder blades. Keep the belly back towards the spine. And then rolling up again. Oh, feeling a little stuck today. Coming all the way through. And one more time, just to give yourself that little bit of strength through the core. And then come all the way to lying flat. And say, ah, but it's not over. Okay, bring the feet up next to the bottom, knees up to the sky. We're just going to come into a little bridge pose. Make sure that you keep connection in the inner thighs. Don't let the knees drift open. Imagine you're holding a brick in the inner thighs. So give them strength so you're not putting so much on the outer thighs. Bring the palms to the floor by the sides of the body. And just start to curl the tail under and feel the belly come back toward the spine. So often we try to come up, we arch the back and we push the belly up. So curl the tail under, draw the belly back. And then keep peeling the vertebra off the floor one at a time until you've lifted the back off the floor. Come all the way up onto your shoulders. Press the shoulders into the floor. Keep holding that brick in the inner thighs and push the pubic bone up to the sky. Keep the back of the neck long and relaxed. Just allowing the intestine to open a little. And then start to come down slowly, vertebra on vertebra. Keep holding that brick in the inner thighs. Keep pressing the shoulders into the floor.
Just bring energy up through the body, but helping with the small intestines as well, opening them now. Before we leant forward into them, squeezing them, now we're bringing energy back into them. Hold that breath, curl the tail between the legs. Inhale. Make sure you're not pushing the belly up. Draw it back toward the spine, coming all the way up onto the shoulder blades. Press the tops of the shoulders in the floor, back of the neck long. Push the hips to the sky. And then exhale, coming down again. Now, bridge is very good for the heart. And I know a lot of you may not be able to do it, but just for now, bring the fingertips towards the shoulders next to the ears. So the hands are next to the ears, fingertips are pointing towards the shoulders. And it doesn't matter how far up you come, we just don't want pressure in our neck. Bring the feet closer to the bottom. Press into the hands. And it doesn't matter how far. So we're going to do the same thing. Curl the tail between the legs, drop the belly back toward the spine, because you're already stretching through all the heart and pericardium and all the meridians, the intestinal meridians in the arms. So you might be just on your shoulder blades and pressing into your hands here, and that's good enough. If you want to come further up, you might want to lift the palms off, replant the hands into the floor, peel up to the top of the head, and then push to straighten the arms. And roll the shoulders open, pressing the shoulder blades into the back if you are in a full arch. Push through the feet, pushing the chest forward so that all the arch isn't just into your lower back, but let the whole spine arch. Draw the chin in so you're not pressing into the back of the neck. That's everybody, whatever you're doing right now. The intestines are opening, the heart's opening. And then if you're in full arch, bend the elbows, tuck the chin in, coming onto the back of the head. And then start, everybody now, peel all the way down through the spine. Take your time. Ribs touch before the mid-back touches before the lower back touches before the hips, and then release the tailbone. Just stay here, take a breath. And then lift the heels off the floor, keep the belly back to the spine, bring the feet off the floor, and just come into happy baby. So the knees are towards the outside of the body, and see if you can reach the feet to push the knees down more toward the outside of the body. Some of you may be only able to get your shins, and some of you may be only to reach on your upper thighs, in the back of the upper thighs. It doesn't matter where you are, just give that stretch to the inner thighs, major blood vessels there, so we get more blood back into the body. And then release. Just take the legs down to straight. Coming into relaxation now. So if you want to get warm or get your bolster, turning the toes out. So just get yourself ready for relaxation. If you want to remain sitting up, you can also remain sitting up. That's totally up to you. Just make sure you're warm and comfortable.
Just bring the hands, you can have your hands on your heart or your belly if you like, or by the sides of your body. If your hands are beside your body, just turn your palms up towards the sky. So you're receiving energy. Bring the feet together and then let the toes fan out. But keep the legs together and you'll notice that you get more energy pulling up through the inner thighs. Keep breathing. Just notice your breath. Again, bring that awareness to your breath. Big breath in, a big sigh of release. Just let it go. And just bring your attention to the center of your chest. And just feel the lungs breathing and the heart beating. Now just try to very gently relax deeply into the center of the chest. Softening into the back between the shoulder blades. Softening at the top of the shoulders. Softening the whole chest. And take your awareness down into the soft part of the belly. All the small intestines there. And just notice how the soft part of your belly is feeling. Just begin to relax the soft part of your belly, all of the intestines. And as you relax the soft part of the belly, all that overexcitement releases. And when the overexcitement releases, the belly cools down. Just bring the teeth to slightly touch each other and open your lips and take a breath in through your teeth. So it's like you're sucking in air. Take that cool breath down to the small intestines. Hold the breath there, let the belly cool down. And then breathe out the nostrils like you're a dragon breathing out steam. And again, teeth slightly touching, suck the air into the belly. Belly expanding. Hold the breath at the belly, let the belly cool down. Exhale through the nostrils to steam. One more time. Hold, let the belly cool, and then out through the nostrils. And as the nutrients now are absorbed through the intestine via the blood vessels, there's less acid and more nutrients. And the blood will stay in a nice texture, not too thick, not too thin. The oils that come out of the small intestines to lubricate your joints won't be acidic to cause arthritis. It'll be a nice, smooth, nourishing oil to keep you flexible, Linda. Now feel the blood coursing through all of your blood vessels, the veins and the arteries. And see that blood pristine, clean. Feel every artery pumping through your body evenly, efficiently. And feel that blood flow easily getting down into your toes. Easily moving out to your fingertips. Easily flowing through your head. Imagine you can feel every blood vessel that's coming out between the gap of every vertebra and very efficiently pumping blood out into the organs and glands and returning blood back to these vessels, through these vessels toward the spine, and feel that moving up through the spine, again into the brain. And let that blood course through your entire body. Feel the warmth of the blood flowing through your body. And feel that muscle around your heart. The perfect amount of fluid between the layer of the heart and the heart muscle. It's a thin sheet. And feel that muscle around the heart, flexible, fluid, strong. And feel that your heart is totally protected. Your heart is being safe and nurtured by this muscle. And just bring your intention into your heart. Feel your intention now. Picture it, feel it, act with it, react with it, or respond with it. Breathe into the intention in your chest, in your heart. And breathe it out to the universe. Two more times, breathe into the intention in your heart. And as you breathe out to the universe, believe it is going to come back to you. One more breath. Just keep your awareness at your breath, keep breathing, and allow the breath to begin to wake you up. And as you breathe, you're pulling in oxygen into your blood and breathing out the carbon dioxide, taking the stress out of the body, out of the circulatory system. And just begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes and gently blink the eyes, letting the light back in. And then squeeze the eyes tight shut, stretch them wide open, squeeze and stretch. Squeeze the hands, toes, eyes, stretch the arms above the head. Take a big yawn. Oh. Rub your hands upward through the muscles of the throat, just on the inside of the muscles, through the thyroid, and say, oh. Rub your hands below the navel, say, And then roll onto your right side and gently rock yourself away.